It is said because of its immense natural beauty, when God created the earth, he kept this little piece of land for himself. But according to legend, he gave it to one group of people as a thanks for inviting him to their celebration.
It's the birthplace of wine toasting in the European race.
Welcome
to Georgia! Once part of the mighty Soviet Union, the Republic of Georgia sits at the literal crossroads of Europe and Asia, in one of the most volatile regions on Earth. I'll begin my journey near the Russian border, in the region of Kazbegi. From there I'll travel south to the Pasanuri fortress, before day tripping to the Black Sea coast. I'll then explore the natural wonders around Kutaisi, visiting the Prometheus Cave and Argavi Canyon. For the final leg of my journey, I'll visit the Uplistika Cave City and the historic city of Gudauri, before ending my journey in the holy city of Monastery.
ემზადებოდეს ვაჟკაცი, შუბლი უგავდეს სინასა. ემზადებოდეს ვაჟკაცი, შუბლი უგავდეს სინასა.
This is Mount Kazbegi. At 16,581 feet, it is the third highest mountain in Georgia and the second highest volcanic summit in the Caucasus that last erupted around 750 BC. Its name translates to nobleman. According to Georgian mythology, it was to this mountain which the Greek titan Prometheus was chained to as a punishment for stealing fire from the gods and giving it to humans.
ომში შეხავდა გამოხვა გული არ შაგიშინდება სისხლისა ნაგუბარზე და ფეხი არ მოგიცურდება სისხლისა ნაგუბარზე და ფეხი არ მოგიცურდება
The majestic Caucasus Mountains sits one of Georgia's most iconic landmarks and most important pilgrimage sites, the Gergeti Trinity Church. Legend says that the monastery was constructed in the 14th century after a monk allegedly saw an image of the Holy Trinity on a nearby rock.
Thanks to its remote location, in times of warfare, it was used to hide precious relics such as the jewels of Monastery and the cross of Saint Nino. Today, the active monastery houses an icon of Saint Nino. Now, unlike Armenia, Georgia has practically let go of its pagan origins and solely embraced Christianity, which here they believe accurately represents the country's traditions and values and has in the long term resulted in more positive effects. While in Armenia, a significant portion of the population still embraces the country's pagan roots, and in fact blame assimilation and the adoption of Christianity for the problems and atrocities that have plagued the Armenian people throughout history. It's a very interesting contrast.
აღარ მესუმრა არწივ აღარ დამყეფდა თავზე და აღარც რო კარგი მალაღებს აღარც რო ვჯავრო ბავზე და აღარც რო კარგი მალაღებს აღარც რო ვჯავრო ბავზე და სულ სამხდის მტერი ტყავს მაძრობს ჯალათად მადგა კარზე და არა შანს ჩემი არწივი რომ მხარი დამკრას მხარზე და
Kazbegi видими, очень редко, когда можно его...
And which do you like better, Himalayas or Caucasus?
I've been to Himalayas and I have motion sickness. But Himalayas are good as well. It's like really nice.
Okay guys, in case someone wants a tour...
My journey to Ananuri takes me through the scenic Gudauri Pass.
We have all climate possibilities like snow, rain, wind, let's say everything which is giving nature. We have snow mountains, cliffs, rivers, lakes, sea, we have desert, valleys, jungle, we have everything, let's say, except the ocean.
We're traveling the country's iconic Russian military highway, a masterpiece of Russian engineering. In 1783, about 800 Russian soldiers transformed a 1,000-year-old dirt path once used by traders and marauders into a multi-lane carriage road complete with iron bridges, a remarkable feat for the time. Today, the 132-mile-long scenic highway links the Georgian capital of Tbilisi to the Russian city of Vladikavkaz, taking travelers through some of the most breathtaking mountain scenery on Earth. Along certain sections of the road, mineral springs rich in calcium carbonate have created these colorful limestone terraces called travertines.
Stretching for nearly 750 miles from the Caspian to the Black Sea, the Caucasus Mountains form a natural geographic boundary between Europe and Asia and contain among the highest mountains in Europe. I think we're still in the European section. Everything further to the south is already Asia.
This is the mountain, or this is the other thing.
This is the Russian-Georgian Friendship Monument, one of the most iconic modern-day landmarks in Georgia. Erected in 1983 to celebrate 200 years of the Treaty of Gergeti, which established the East Georgian Kingdom of Gergeti as a Russian protectorate. Yeah, you can't come to Georgia and not see the Caucasus. Though I must say, compared to our mountains in the US, even in California and Poland, these are underwhelming. We have some Bactrian camels over there. As far as I know, they're not native to Georgia, so I'm not sure what they're doing here. Let's go. There's some wild camel for. What's camel doing here?
They was in Kazbegi, but they moved from Kazbegi to here because there are a lot of grass.
Oh, but they're native to here?
They're living here.
Microphone, yeah.
Zer çeçneti samazlar vardı Kamsem marao Naşala titko svorida Naşala titko svorida Ankara bulan Puşti koşkevi Manse ubuneva Tirtveli inko svorida Tirtveli inko svorida Horida ridayda horida ridayda horida ridayda horida Horida ridayda horida ridayda horida ridayda horida
У нас нет такой фантазии.
Достаньте телефон, снимайте. Это такой тост, который вы должны снять. For the sweet girls and the real eager men. It will be shortly. It's not enough.
People coming from two places like I may never come.
Limon para kiski sasupa sulici biske Apte nasi kod Florida Apte nasi kod Florida Versema čerem gleda džilunki Amma ramuda Avet semit kod Florida Avet semit kod Florida Horida ridayda horida ridayda horida ridayda horida Horida ridayda horida ridayda horida ridayda horida
Yeah, this is the only road to the Russian border, so you'll see tons of trucks backed up on the side of the road. Now they've got the Chinese building a new tunnel, which will be really beneficial. Only problem is there is zero traffic control, so we're stuck in a huge traffic jam right now.
There's a toast for one small thing. It's a line. On a gravestone, there's a date of birth, line, and date of death. This line means the life which you have passed on this earth. And I wish everyone that this line was huge, minimum 100 years long. And during this line, you had so many good things: love, joy, happiness, and as less as possible sadness. And when the time is come for the person who has to take your soul, when he arrives to you, he was happy that you had such a life. Or that small line on the gravestone.
Georgians are often said to be the best toasters in the world and have turned toasting into an art form.
I read you're supposed to toast with wine because with beer that's for toasting enemies.
It was in old time. In old times, from the beer was telling the funny toasts, not the enemies. But later, because not every region has the grapes, and some of the regions are making the beer, and they are using beer as a traditional drink to say the toast. That's why nowadays every part of the Georgia you can say the normal toast with a beer.
Oh, okay.
And apparently you can get a hangover from Georgian wine because it's natural. And vodka is said to make you happy. Beer, on the other hand, is said to make you angry. So the locals must be drinking a lot of beer lately. Oh, we stopped for lunch at this roadside restaurant in Pasanuri. Yeah, it seems that these tour companies always take you to the worst places, but this place may top the list. Long story short, they were so expensive, the service was kind of rude and slow. In between our entire group, we ordered 4 different dishes, and literally not one person had anything good to say about the food. Oh, we've stopped outside the village of Pasanuri at the confluence of the black and white Argavi rivers. Legend speaks of 2 sisters, one with blonde hair, the other with black, who fell in love with the same night. After choosing the blonde, the other sister, consumed with jealousy and sadness, threw herself into a chasm. Consumed by grief and guilt, the other sister soon followed, and their tears allegedly formed the 2 rivers. However, geologists will tell you that the colors are actually due to the mineral composition of the sediment.
Yeah, I can see some of the leaves are already starting to change into fall colors.